Good morning everyone. Last time we have discussed about some of the law of chemical reaction. You knew. Now we are starting a new topic, that is the percentage composition of the element. In any of the compound, when we see there are more than a single element, and what is the percentage of that specific element in that specific compound is called the percentage composition of the element. If that element is surviving in 10% or 20%, 40%, 36%, 80%, whatever it is, how much percent it is available in that compound, that is called the percentage composition. Then how to find the percentage composition? I think all of you know well about the percentage and how to find the percentage. You have already studied in your lower classes about the percentage. I am taking an example and I am calculating on the basis of the mass number, not on the basis of the atomic masses, because by taking atomic masses the calculation becomes a little more lengthy. So I am just taking the atomic masses, not the mass numbers, not the atomic masses. So here it is the compound NaOH, and you will have to find the percentage composition for sodium, oxygen and hydrogen. This is the element of the sodium hydroxide NaOH, which is well known as caustic or lye. So in this compound, when you will see what is the molecular mass, the molecular mass of the compound is the atomic mass of sodium, that is 23 AMU, plus atomic mass of oxygen, that is 16, plus atomic mass of hydrogen, which is 1. So the molecular mass becomes 40 AMU. Now when you will try to find the percentage composition of sodium, it will be percentage composition of sodium equal to mass of sodium upon molecular mass into percentage. Same as we were calculating in the case of math, the given value upon total value into 100. Because percentage, when you will talk about the percent, it is the percent means century. If you are considering that the board value is 100, then you are finding that what is the value of that specific element. So mass of sodium upon molecular mass into 100. In this case, when you will see, the mass of sodium is 23. If you are taking in the term of the gram, that is the molar mass, then it will be 23 gram, otherwise it will be 23 AMU out of molecular mass 40 AMU into 100. Now you can solve it. 2 1 are 2 and 2.5, and when you will multiply with it will be 57.5%. I think similarly you can calculate the percentage of oxygen and hydrogen. I am not calculating the percentage composition of the remaining element. Now we are seeing that what are the application of this percentage composition. With the help of the percentage composition, we can calculate the molecular mass and molecular formula and empirical formula of any of the compound if we knew the molecular mass. So how to find the empirical formula we are seeing here in this video. The next topic is the empirical formula. So what is empirical formula? When we talk about the empirical formula, then we say that the simplest ratio of any element in a compound is called empirical formula. If you are taking any of the compound and you are finding the simplest ratio of these of the element, then that simplest ratio will be called the empirical formula. For example, if your compound is C6H12O6, which is glucose, then this is the molecular formula of the glucose. But when you will see the simplest ratio of these of the elements in the compound, then you can find that the simplest ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1. So the simplest ratio element formula will be the CH2O, and that is also known as empirical formula. And this is the empirical formula, and this one is molecular formula. So here we are trying to find the molecular formula of any species by knowing its percentage composition. So on the basis of percentage composition, we are getting empirical formula, and then afterward we are getting the molecular formula on the basis of their molecular mass. In your book, method is given, and some other places you can find the method how to find the empirical formula. There you calculate each and every element in their simple ratio, and then you compare these of the ratio and find the empirical formula. And I am giving you a table. On the help of that table, you can directly solve and find the empirical formula. This is the best method, and this is the easiest method. So what are the tables? What are the columns of the table? Then the first column is the serial number. Even it does not play any important role, but without serial number we never calculate any value. Now element. The next one is atomic mass. Sometimes it gets confused that in some of the cases, instead of writing oxygen, they write dioxygen, diatomic oxygen. Diatomic oxygen means O2, not O. Then what mass you will take? Whether you will take the atomic mass of oxygen 16 or you will take the molecular mass of the O2 32. Then it must be clear, I have written clearly, it is atomic mass, not molecular mass. And if it is atomic mass, you will write just atomic mass, not the molecular mass. So we are going to get the ratio of the atoms, not the ratio of the molecules, and this is the reason we are only going to use the atomic masses. And I have already told you that I am not using atomic mass, I am using mass number. So atomic mass. Next one is percentage composition. Next, percentage by atomic mass. Next, simple ratio. If you are finding that the simple ratio is not in a integer value, then you can multiply with the smallest number to find the integral value. Now we are just taking an example and trying to solve it. If in a compound 3 elements are there, 1, 2 and 3, and the elements are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and their percentage composition is 40, 6.67 and 53.33 respectively, then what will be the empirical and molecular mass, molecular formula, if molecular mass is 180. So we are going to solve this question in which 3 elements are there, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The percentage composition of these of the elements are respectively 40, 6.67 and 53.33. Now we are writing the atomic masses. You know well about the atomic mass of carbon, that is 12, hydrogen 1 and oxygen 16. Now percentage by atomic mass, that is 40 by 12. It will be 6.67 divided by 1 and 53.33 divided by 16. What will be the value? 12 3 is 36.33 approx. In this one 6.67 and in this case 16 3 is 48.33. Now the simplest ratio. How will you find the simplest ratio? You take the smallest value among these. You can see that the 3.33 is the smallest value, and divide all the value with the help of this one. So when you will divide 3.33 with 3.33, it will be 1. In this case, 6.67 divided by 3.33 equal to approximately 2, and in this case 3.33 divided by 3.33, it will be 1. Then what is the empirical formula? According to this one, the empirical formula equal to C. What is the number of C? 1. H 2 and O 1, and this is the empirical formula. Now we are trying to find the molecular formula. We have the molecular mass 180. We have the empirical formula CH2O. So we are trying to find empirical mass, and that will be 12 plus 2 hydrogen 2 plus 1 oxygen 16, that is 40. Sorry, it will be 30. Now find value of N. N equal to molecular mass upon empirical mass. Molecular mass is 180, empirical mass 30, so value of N will be 6. There is a little lack of space, so I am just solving it. So molecular formula equal to empirical formula into N. Empirical formula you already have, that is the C H2O into N, that is 6, and by solving it you will get C6H12O6. To find whether the answer is correct or not, you can find the molecular mass. When you will see carbon C6, 12 6 is 72 plus 12 hydrogen 12 84 plus 6 oxygen 96. When you will add these of the value, you will get 180. This is the molecular mass of the compound as it is already given. Some of the questions are already given in your book. In exercise, question number 3 and question number 8 are given, and one question is already given in your examples. So solve these of the questions and send your answer on my WhatsApp number. Thank you and have a nice day.